On this video we're taking a look at our MLB team and total picks for the games that are happening on Friday, April 29, 2022. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Oakland Athletics vs Cleveland Guardians. Our first pick is Oakland Athletics. And here is why. Cleveland had some issues versus the Angels this week. The Guardians lost 3-0, 4-1 and 9-5 in the first trio of that series. On Thursday, Cleveland gave up 3 runs in the third inning on the way to a 4-1 loss. Cal Quantrill put up 6.0 inning with 1 earned on 4 hits and 3 walks in the start. The Cleveland Guardians dropped their 7th straight game Thursday night, falling to the Angels 7-12. Cleveland will now look to end that losing streak in their 8th consecutive road game. The Guardians are 10th in MLB, averaging 4.5 runs per game, 7th batting .247, and 13th with .93 home runs per game. The defense and pitching, however, has also allowed 4.5 runs per game, which is 22nd in baseball. The Oakland A's are tied for 3rd in the AL West with a 10-9 record. After beating the San Francisco Giants 1-0 on Wednesday, the A's were off on Thursday. They now return to the Oakland Coliseum where they are 4-3 this season. The A's offense has not been great, as they are 19th in MLB, averaging 3.9 runs per game, 16th averaging 0.9 home runs and 27th with a .206 batting average. The pitching has allowed just under 3.7 runs per game, ranking 10th in MLB. Aaron Civale will take the mound for the start on Friday for Cleveland. This year in 3 starts Civale is 0-2 with a 9.58 ERA. Over 10.1 innings Civale has 15 hits, 11 earned, 5 walks and 11 Ks. He's got a career 19-17 record with a 3.99 ERA. I'm going to try the A's here. Oakland wasn't particularly at their best in the pair of Giants games this week, but they played well enough to split the pair and keep their record above .500 so far. Montes has looked pretty good in his last 3 starts, totaling 4 earned on 10 hits over 19.2 innings. As for Cleveland, their offense really struggled in the Angels series. The Guardians posted 1 runner fewer in 3 of the 4 games. Scoring is going to be at a premium for Cleveland until they find their offensive groove. Our second pick is under 7. And here is why. Things are not going well for the Guardians. They got off to a great start, especially at the plate, as they had one of the best defenses in the league. But in the past week or so, the wheels have come off as they have lost 7 straight. They are now 7-12 on the season and sit in 4th place in the AL Central, 4 games behind the Twins. They are coming off a 4-1 loss to the Angels on Thursday afternoon. Cal Quantrill took the loss to fall to 1-1. He allowed 3 runs over 6 innings. The Guardians only had 4 hits, with 2 coming from Austin Hedges, who hit a home run. Not much was expected from the Oaklanders this season, but that is par for the course for the As. Nothing is ever expected from the As, and yet they always seem to be in contention. They are off to a solid start in 2022 with a record of 10-9, 3rd in the AL West, 2 games behind the first-place Angels. The As are coming off a split with their Bay Area rivals the San Francisco Giants after Wednesday's 1-0 win. Paul Blackburn was brilliant once again. The As ace allowed 0 runs on 3 hits in 5 innings to pick up his 3rd win of the season. The As got all the runs they would need in the top of the first when leadoff man Chad Pinder hit a solo home run. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Detroit Tigers. Our first pick is Los Angeles Dodgers minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. The Detroit Tigers have scored 5 runs in their last 3 games and 3 or fewer runs in 9 of their last 11 games. The Tigers have lost 10 of their last 13 games when scoring 3 or fewer runs. Robbie Grossman leads the Tigers with 17 hits and 5 RBI, while Austin Meadows and Miguel Cabrera have combined for 33 hits and 14 RBI. Tyler Alexander gets the ball, and he is 0-2 with a 7.20 ERA and 8 strikeouts this season. This will be Alexander's first career game against the Dodgers. The Los Angeles Dodgers have scored 8 runs in their last 3 games and 3 or fewer runs in 4 of their last 8 games. The Dodgers have lost 4 straight games when scoring 3 or fewer runs. Freddie Freeman leads the Dodgers with 22 hits and 9 RBI, while Trey Turner and Chris Taylor have combined for 37 hits and 24 RBI. Tyler Anderson gets the ball, and he is 1-0 with a 2.84 ERA and 12 strikeouts this season. This will be Anderson's second career game against the Tigers. Starting pitcher Tarek Skubal took the loss, allowing 6 runs, 3 earned, on 6 hits and 2 walks, while striking out 4 in 5 innings. Robbie Grossman had a 3-hit game, but all 11 hits overall for the Tigers were singles, and they committed 4 errors as a team. The Tigers are well down on the money line with their poor record, while only doing slightly better on the run line at 7-11. Overs are 8-10 for the Tigers with their last 2 games both going over the betting total. Detroit is now in the bottom 5 of the majors with 3.22 runs per game on a .626 collective ops. The Tigers have been significantly better on the pitching side, ranking just outside the top 10 with a 3.41 collective ERA including an outstanding mark of 2.28 from the bullpen. The Dodgers are only narrowly up on the money line as they are a huge favorite in most games, while going 12-6 on the run line. Overs are only 5-12-1 for the Dodgers, and 7 of their last 8 games have gone under the betting total. Los Angeles still leads baseball with 5.00 runs per game on a .722 team ops. The Dodgers are also atop the MLB leaderboard on the pitching side, posting a stellar 2.21 team ERA including a mark of 2.28 from the bullpen. The Los Angeles Dodgers offense is due for a breakout performance after a week of struggling to string together runs. Tyler Alexander is probably just what the doctor ordered, as he's allowed 14 hits and 8 earned runs in his first 10 innings. Tyler Anderson has allowed 8 hits and 4 runs in his first 10 innings and has 4 strikeouts in each of his first 3 starts. The Detroit Tigers offense is 26th in runs per game and 19th in batting average, not what you want to see when playing the Dodgers on the road. Give me the Dodgers and the RL. Our second pick is under 8.5 runs. And here is why. The Detroit Tigers have a decent offense that can really do damage in certain spots, but are struggling overall as they are currently 20th in the sport with a .626 team ops, while averaging 3.22 runs per game. Left fielder Austin Meadows has fit extremely well in this Detroit lineup as he is 13 for 38 so far with a .931 ops and added both 8 RBIs and runs scored. He has not played against the Dodgers much in his career, as in 10 games, he is hitting 7 for 35 with a homer, 2 RBI, and 4 runs scored. If he can figure out how to make pitchers work and continue to elongate the lineup, it will really help the Detroit Tigers as a whole. The Los Angeles Dodgers have been a solid offensive team as advertised as they are 7th in MLB with a .725 ops and only getting on at a .331 clip as a team so far. A big reason for their offensive success has been the play of new first baseman Freddie Freeman as he is 10 for 27 with 2 homers and 7 RBI with 7 runs scored and a 1.049 ops. Freeman hasn't fared well in his 9 games against Detroit as he is just 6 for 33.182 batting average, with 2 homers and 7 RBI with 1 walk and 13 strikeouts. San Francisco Giants vs Washington Nationals. San Francisco minus 1.5 and here is why. The Washington Nationals will try to snap a 7-game losing skid after a 3-2 loss to the Marlins on Thursday. Cesar Hernandez has a team-high 23 hits with 5 doubles, while Josh Bell has 21 hits and 14 RBIs, with a .328 batting average. Maikel Franco also has 20 hits, while Juan Soto has 4 doubles with a team-high 3 home runs. Keibert Ruiz and Victor Robles each have 4 doubles as well this season. Aaron Sanchez will start here and is 0-0 with an 8.31 ERA and 1 strikeout this season. The San Francisco Giants will look to rebound from a 1-0 loss at the hands of the A's on Wednesday. Jock Peterson leads the Giants with 18 hits, along with 6 home runs and 10 RBIs, while Wilmer Flores has 17 hits, with a team-high 12 RBIs and a .266 batting average. Thairo Estrada has 17 hits with 3 doubles and 11 RBIs, and Brandon Belt has 16 hits with 4 home runs as well this season. Alex Wood will start here and is 2-0 with a 2.51 ERA and 16 strikeouts this season. In the series before their last one, the Nats were swept by the Giants in the nation's capital, where they were outscored 24-6. They were also swept in their last series where their pitching was pretty good, but they only totaled 5 runs in the 3-game set. In their last game they were at home and lost to the Miami Marlins 3-2, where the team only had 4 hits, and Josh Bell and Cesar Hernandez each had an RBI. Bell leads the team in batting average, .328, and RBI, 14, and he has 2 RBI over the last 3 games. Juan Soto leads the team with 3 HR, but they have all been solo shots. He only has 3 RBI on the season, and he has not gone yard in the last 10 games. On the season, Washington is 3-4 on the road. In the loss to the A's, the team only had 3 hits, and they left 5 men on base. Jock Peterson is off to a hot start, ranking third in the majors with 6 HR and batting .353, but he left the last game with a groin injury and he will miss this game. San Fran has balance in their lineup with 3 players that have double digits in RBI. Wilmer Flores leads the club with 12 RBI and he has 7 of them in the last 4 games. On the season, San Francisco is 5-3 at home and they are 48-20 in their last 68 games as a home favorite. I get the case to be made for a decent-sized underdog, but Washington's not playing well enough to really justify this kind of price, and personally, Aaron Sanchez isn't the pitcher I envision that suddenly turns this disaster around for Washington. The Giants have been the far better team early on, and Alex Wood has been a solid middle-of-the-rotation piece for San Fran early on this year. Give me the Giants minus 1.5 in another beating of the Nats. And our second pick is over 7.5 runs. And here is why. The woes of the Washington Nationals continued on Thursday as the team was defeated by the Miami Marlins 3-2. That completed the sweep for Miami. Washington mustered just 4 hits in the contest as they struggle offensively, 21st in batting average .225 and 26th in runs per game 3.45. This team is seeing very little offensive production as they are tied for 25th in home runs with 11, but are unable to generate many runs as they have just 4 stolen bases this season and a .289 on-base percentage. Jock Peterson had one of the 3 San Francisco hits in the loss. He has been on fire to start the season, leading the club in batting average .353 and in home runs 6. That is helping to set the table for Wilmer Flores, who is hitting .266 with 2 home runs in a team leading 12 runs driven in. Brandon Belt is only hitting .242 but has walked 11 times and has a .367 on-base percentage. Sam Long was a tough-luck loser against Oakland as he pitched just 1 inning to start the game, giving up the only run of the contest. The bullpen took over from there, tossing 8 scoreless innings. That is not surprising, as San Francisco has the best bullpen in baseball with a 1.54 ERA, posting a 1.00 whip and a .188 opponent batting average. Left-hander Alex Wood, 2.51 ERA, will try to limit the need for that bullpen. The left-hander allowed 2 runs in 5 innings in his last start against Washington, striking out 5. Should Sanchez get in trouble, Washington at least has a solid enough bullpen to help relieve the burden. The Nationals' relief corps has a 3.61 ERA, striking out 84 in 89.2 innings pitched. They have a .237 opponent batting average and a 1.30 whip. Victor Arano has been the workhorse of this group, already appearing in 11 games, striking out 14 while allowing just 2 earned runs. He has a 0.91 whip. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.